It's practice A for section 1.5. We're going to do the last two problems there. Number 36 is a baseball problem. It tells you that the foul lines of a baseball field intersect at home plate to form a right angle. You hit a baseball whose path forms an angle of 64 degrees with the third base foul line. What's the angle between first base foul line and the path of the baseball? So this might be pretty confusing to think about if you're not looking at the diagram. So your diagram's right here and your foul lines are here, and they're telling you that those foul lines make a right angle. So if I was to redraw the diagram over here, I would do something like this. I would draw that right angle. Those are your foul lines. Now the ball that you hit goes on an angle of 64 degrees from the third base side. So here's the third base side, here's the angle of the ball that you hit. So that angle is 64 degrees. You have three angles in this diagram. You know the big one's 90, you know one of the small ones is 64. What's left over for this little guy? That's what they want you to find. Okay, so that's angle addition postulate. You're basically taking 64 away from 90. Okay, and you would be left with 26 degrees. The next diagram is about a stair railing. A stair railing is designed as shown in the figure. Use the angles identified in the figure to name two pairs of the indicated type of angle pair. There's going to be multiple ways to do this. Number 37 looks for complementary angles. That's two angles that add up to 90. So I notice that this angle right here is 90, and I also notice that this is a straight angle. So angle 1 and angle 2 combined, they have to be 90, because them being 90 and this angle being 90 give you that 180. Okay, so complementary angles would be like angle 1 and angle 2. Now, the same thing's happening over here. So if you wanted to say angle 3 and angle 4 also, you could. That's a correct answer as well. Number 38, supplementary angles. These are angles that make a line. So we just pointed out that this angle and this angle make a line. But what are you going to name this angle that's a combination of 1 and 2? You really can't. What you could do is come down here and look at angle 5 and angle 8. These two angles make this line. So they're supplementary. Now, you could have said angle 5 and angle 6. You could have said angle 6 and angle 7. You could have said angle 7 and angle 8. Those are all pairs of supplementary angles because they make a line. Now, your vertical angles, we're going to stick with these same four angles here. The vertical ones would be like angle 5 and angle 7. Vertical angles are across from each other. They're made with two lines. They're non-adjacent. The other verticals would be angle 6 and angle 8. You could have said that as well. Number 40, we're looking for a linear pair. That's basically the same thing as number 38. These are supplementary angles, and they're also adjacent angles. That's what linear pairs are. So if you wanted to, you could say angle 5 and angle 8 are also a linear pair. You could also say angle 5 and 6 are, angle 6 and angle 7 are, angle 7 and angle 8 are. Okay. Now you could use this same example for adjacent angles as well, because these are adjacent. To be a linear pair, you have to be adjacent. But you can also list adjacent angles like this. You can have adjacent angles that don't make a line, okay, like angle 3 and angle 4.